Bryan Wellbrock, and I retired as a lieutenant commander, LDO. Came out of SATCOM school and ended up down in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, with a satellite communications detachment down there, which was the first application of SATCOM in the Guantanamo Bay organization. And we were replacing some HF circuits that they had to use that were very unreliable. They were very susceptible to intercept and all that kind of stuff and jamming. SATCOM doesn't have that problem, and because of the way it's working with satellites. So it really improved command and control and stuff there on the base, and we were aware of that, and they were talking to us about it and telling us. They came out a couple of times and said, you know, you guys have really changed our lives out here. And it also did a big morale booster for the people there that were stationed at Gitmo on the base itself, because we had several channels, and we could take one of those channels was a phone line, and the phone line went down to headquarters, but they gave permission for us to take that offline every morning about 10 o'clock until noon, and guys could come out there and they could call their detailer. And that was a rare, I mean, you couldn't do that before then out here. The correspondence didn't exist. You just got a set of orders. Now, all of a sudden, they had the opportunity to call their detailers and talk to them about different duty stations, their family situations and things like that. So we felt good about that because we were providing a really keen service and stuff to the base, and something they didn't have, and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty neat. From Gitmo, I went to comm server on 2. Well, let me back up a little bit, because while I was there, I was filling a chief billet as a second class. Or as a first, I made first class there, and I was filling a chief's billet for a while. And we had an LDO, limited duty officer, OIC, that was assigned to us. And we were talking one day, and he asked me, he said, do you know anything about the LDO program? I said, I know what it is. And he said, have you ever seen the application or anything like that? I said, no, I really haven't. And he said, well, here's one, and I want you to fill this thing out, and I want it on my desk Monday morning. And I went, okay, boss, I mean, if that's what you want, but yeah. And he says, you need to fill this out, because I think you are looking at your record and stuff and some of your past evaluations and the things that you got into. You're in the cutting edge with SATCOM and all that kind of stuff. It would make a big difference. And I thought about it again. He thought about it. He says, he gave me some of the best advice I've ever heard, and I use it all the time with my people and stuff. And what he told me was, put it in. If you get picked up, fine. If you don't, then you'll never go through life saying, I wonder what if. And it made a big difference. And talked to my wife. We had a couple of kids at the time. Actually, we had 3. My 4th daughter was born down in Gitmo. And we talked about it a little bit, and so I put it in and stuff. Didn't think much more about it because I was coming up close to my rotation date and stuff.